Okay, welcome everyone. So covering the Sparks against the Connecticut Sun, and this game was pretty close. Connecticut was doing well early on in the game, which I mean that tends to be their mo. And then they have faded uh, in the fourth, and that pretty much happened on this game too because this was they took the lead early, and even up until I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes left in the third quarter. It was a 2 4 point game, and then LA got went on a run and built it to 10, and then Connecticut just couldn't muster anything in the fourth. But they did have Marina Mabrey back. This was her first game back. She didn't shoot very well, but usually that happens when someone comes back after a long injury. So we had the LA Sparks, who, they, to their credit, they have been looking better and better. Because they have a talented team, and they still don't even have Cameron Brink back yet. And it's been surprising that they haven't been winning games. But it seems like they're starting to figure stuff out. So, congratulations to the Sparks. They get the win, 101-86. And they were saying on the broadcast that this is the first time they've scored 100 points. So good for them. Connecticut took the lead to start out. They were leading 27-22, and then the Sparks fought a little bit back on that and outscored them 23-17 in the second quarter, and then outscored them. And this was late in the third quarter, 32-24, and then outscored them in the fourth. 24-18, which gives you the 101-86. So the Sparks are now 10-14, and Connecticut is 3-20. Points in the paint, the Sparks scored them 42-32. Excuse me. Turnovers were even, 15-13. Connecticut actually got more points off turnovers. It was a good game all around. Kelsey Plum had 30 points. She shot well this game, 4 for 7, and then 10 for 15 overall, which was good for her. She went to the line 7 times, got 6 points there. Dearica Hamby, she had 20 points. She was 8 for 9 from the floor, but she's got to work on her foul shots. She was 4 for 11. I mean, at worst, that should be 8 for 11. She's got to get that foul shooting worked out before the playoffs start. Julie Alleman had 12 points. Azari Stevens had 17. So they had their 4 players in double figures. Julie Van Loo hit a couple of 3-point shots. She had 9 points. Ray Burrell had 6. Emma Cannon had 3. And Rakea Jackson had 4 points. That's surprising. Watching the game, I thought she had more points than that. Dearica Hamby had 11 rebounds. Azari Stevens had 8. Julie Alleman actually had 8 rebounds. Plum had 6 assists. Alleman had 4 assists. Ray Burrell had 2. Hamby and Jackson also had 2. So for Connecticut, it was basically Tina Charles. Nelson, she had 24 points and 10 rebounds. Nelson Adota had 17. Bria Hartley had 16, but she got ejected from the game. She got a technical early in the game, and then, I don't know, she drove to the hoop, and, I watched it. It didn't look like she got hit at all. And she just blew up at the official, and they gave her another tech, which ejected her from the game. But she had 16 points. She was 5 for 9 and 2 for 3 from 3. Mabry had 7 points. She was 2 for 12. 2 for 8 from 3. But she'll get her legs under her again. Sheldon had 5 points. Morrow had 5 points. Lindsay Allen had 2. And Torrey actually got picked up by Connecticut. She started out the preseason with the Valkyries, and she had a really good game. for the Valkyries, and people wanted to keep her, but we'll see how she does in Connecticut. And they have certainly been cycling through players. There have been a lot of changes on the Connecticut roster, which you could understand. They're 3-20, so they're looking for anybody to help. So Rivers had 5 points. Layla Khan only had 2. So she looks impressive just just watching her, not necessarily on how many points she scores or whatever, but she definitely looks like a good athlete and, a competent player. But Connecticut only shot 38% from the floor. The Sparks shot 52 and 42 from 3, where Connecticut only shot 33%. So that's not going to get you too many wins. So overall, good game for the Sparks. The Connecticut Sun are still, trying to figure it out. So, okay, we'll see you next time.